So in this video, you will learn about ratios. What is a ratio? So a ratio is a way to show a relationship or to compare two numbers of the same kind. Now, there are a couple of ways you can write ratios. So, ways to write / represent ratios. So, one way you can write is using a colon. So this says represent, or you could use just words and say 5 to 2. You can say use a fraction bar. And the last one you can say, like, for example, if we know like what these represent. For instance, the 5, let's say, represents boys, and then 2 represents girls. So for every 5 boys, there are 2 girls. Or you can say another way to say it might be like for every 5 students, there is 2 teachers. So now let's do some examples. So if we had to compare circles, let's say, to triangles, and let's do a visual. So and let's do so this is your visual right here. There are triangles and there are circles. Now what you have to do here is you need to find out how, like, let's represent this as a ratio. So there is one. Let's start with, so it says circle, 2 triangles. They're asking, so whatever number what must be, it has to be the circle first, then the triangle. So that's, now so there's 1, 2, 3, there are 4, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, there are 4 circles, so you can right away fill in the 4, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 triangles. That's one way you can write it. So you can just say 4 with the semicolon 5. But before you wrote, there's multiple ways. So, whoops. Okay, so right here, that's one way you can write it. You can just say 4 to 5. You could also say, use that fraction. And you could say on the bottom, for every 4 circles, again, they want, if they're have the circles first and 2 triangles, you want to see that 4 come before the 5. There are 5 triangles. Okay, that would be your phrase if you would say that. Now let's do the opposite, and this time let's do triangles, 2 circles. So I have Now let's do the triangle. Triangle was green, so let's do green, and circle I think was blue. Okay, so that's okay. Now we have to count. So let's see how many triangles. This time they're asking for the triangle to be first. So that's what they're asking. So the triangle must be first. We have to count that triangle first, and you'll have to identify how many triangles there are before you identify how many circles there are. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 triangles. 4. And the first circles, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's an equal ratio. There's equal amount of triangles and circles. However, if I let's say 1 more, there'll be like 2 more. Now there are 6 triangles to 4 circles. But I'm going to erase it. So right now there are 4. So there are 4, colon 4, 4, 2, 4, 4, or 4 for every 4 triangle. There are 4 circles. Now, if we were able to recreate this one, and let's say this time they asked triangles to circle, but same diagram, like on the bottom. Let's do that. Let's do triangle to circle, but this time it's gonna be the same visual over here. Everything would be same. It would just be opposite. It would be for every 5 triangles, there are 4 circles. So hopefully this video helped you to better understand ratios.